How's it going, Top First TV? My name is Jack and welcome to my review of the Crystal Palace game that actually took place yesterday at Selhurst Park. So yeah, it was one where I don't think any Forest fan was really that bothered about what happened on the pitch, to be honest with you. I mean, just look at that away end. I just want to talk about that from the get-go. Absolutely incredible. What an away end. I mean, they were in full party mode and I rate it so highly. Inflatables being thrown about, people were dressed up, fancy dress, singing Waka Waka from minute one to the 4-time whistle. It was incredible. Would have been amazing to be part of it, but yeah, fair play to every single one of you that went down there and made an absolute noise. Did us proud, did the club proud, and yeah, it's amazing to see. In terms of the game then, obviously, Awoniyi's goal took it really, really well. Double figures for Awoniyi now this season. To finish on such a high really did keep us in the Premier League. Scored, 6 goals in his last 4 appearances, which is incredible. Fair play to him for that. I'll stick by this. I said it earlier on in the season and I'll say it again, that without injuries, if we could keep a fit Taiwo Awoniyi available next season, we could be clear of relegation a lot sooner. We could be around maybe the likes of Fulham and them clubs there. Maybe your Wolves and your your Wolves and your West Ham's, your Crystal Palaces. We could be in and around that area because I really do believe that he could have scored 5 more if he wasn't injured. He was huge for us this season, and I really, really feel like a fit Taiwo Awoniyi would be absolutely massive for us. Morgan Gibbs-White, player of the season, fans player of the season, excellent assist from him. The outside of the foot pass, curled to perfection. Did leave Awoniyi with a bit of work to do, given the fact that I think it was Joachim Andersen was there trying to put in the defensive work for Crystal Palace. But he kept his cool, kept his composure, did extremely well, Awoniyi, and found the back of the net. Obviously, for Crystal Palace, they scored through, what's his name? Will Hughes. Will Hughes, yeah, former Derby player. Didn't like him then, don't really care about him now, to be honest with you. He shushed the away end, who I don't even think they really even knew that Crystal Palace had scored, to be honest with you. They're in full party mode all the way through, and he tried to shush us and make us seem like oh, look at that, I'm shushing Derby's rivals, but we're not really that bothered. I don't think any Forest fan really bothered what happened on the pitch, to be honest with you. I wanted us to win to try and get 40 points. It looks a bit better. But to finish on 38 points, 38 games played, 38 points, 38 goals scored. First season back in the top flight, I'll take that every day of the week. For me, this season was about just stopping up, whether it was one goal that kept us up like it did a couple of years back in the Championship, whatever we needed to do to get above that dotted line and finish above that bottom 3, I was happy. If it meant, like I say, 1 goal, a point on the final day, whatever it was, I was happy for it to happen because I just really wanted to keep us in the division. I didn't want it for us to come up after 20 odd years and then go straight back down and be sort of a one-time thing. I wanted it to be something that we could build on, that we can keep going, and we've done that. Credit to the players; they've been brilliant recently. There was a lot of question marks after sort of Aston Villa and Leeds a few months ago, West Ham away. They were questioning, are players willing to fight? Are players bothered? This, that and the other. But I remember, and I spoke about this before, but I remember a tweet from Moussa Niakhaté after the Man United game, and he said something along the lines of, if any group of players are going to keep us up, it's this one, because they can, as a unit, they can get us across the line, and they did that. So many people, TalkSport was a big carrier of this agenda. They were saying, oh, you're not going to be able to get that lot to gel. Steve Cooper's not going to get that team to gel. They're going to be a bunch of strangers. There's going to be no team ethic or anything like that. But you know what? he's completely done that, and he's proved them absolutely wrong. Just look at the scenes at the full-time whistle against Palace. They were dancing on the pitch, going over to the fans, dancing along to the chants. They look like a real unit, and credit to Cooper, he's done an amazing job at that. And Moussa Niakhaté was right. They would fight for the badge, they would fight for safety, and they did that. They really did put a shift in of late, and I'm really, really proud of the boys. So it could be final games for Forest, for Renan Lodi, Keylor Navas as well. It does seem like for Navas he's probably not going to come back, but I'm really thankful for what he was able to offer to the club. He did have a couple of games where, there were a couple of mistakes, maybe a shot that he palmed out, he could have palmed further away kind of thing, but on the flip side, he put in some brilliant performances and made some great saves, so you can't really be too harsh and too critical on him. And then you look at Lodi, he's been brilliant. There was a patch before the World Cup where people were saying, he's not very good, this, that and the other. He's been poor performances and stuff like that, but he's been amazing since the World Cup. He's been really, really great for us down that left-hand side. Scored against Spurs in the League Cup earlier in the season. Forced the own goal against Brighton last month, I think it was now. He's been excellent. He's been really excellent, and you can see how much this club means to him. And for someone who's been winning the La Liga, winning, quarterfinals of Champions Leagues, playing in big, big matches for clubs like Atletico Madrid, playing for his country at tournaments, to have the emotional connection to a team like Forest, it's lovely to see, and a lot of players who have come over this season have really bought into the club, bought into the ethos of the city, the fan base. It's been amazing to see, and that's down to Steve Cooper and his backroom staff. They've really made a huge effort to try and get them to buy into the project here, and they have done that so much. A year ago today, we announced that we were in the Premier League, winning 1-0 at Wembley. A lot has changed since then. A lot has happened, ups and downs, but we are here to say we are back again next season in the Premier League, and that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter how we do it, as long as we do it, and we have done it. I'm so excited for next season. I think we need a couple of transfers in the summer. I might do a video rounding up the season for me and maybe looking into who I think we could maybe look to bring in, potentially. I don't know. I do think we need a couple more additions. Nothing crazy like last season. I do feel like a few of our signings from last season need to go because it's not really worked out for them. But overall a massive success. And not that anyone's really going to see this, but I just want to give a massive thank you to every player, every staff member, Cooper, Marinakis, everyone who's made this season possible. It's been a dream of mine to see Forest in the Premier League, and we have done it in the Premier League, and we're staying in the Premier League. So if you did enjoy this video, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new around here, let us know what you thought of the season, the game, all that good stuff, and come on, you Reds.